Hey, it's Mr. E here, and our learning target for this video is I can add and subtract polynomials. So by the end of this video, you should be able to make that statement with confidence. Let's begin. Example 1. Find the sum of negative 6x plus 7 and 6x plus 2. So what I'm going to do is stack these polynomial expressions. So the first polynomial expression says negative 6x plus 7. The second polynomial expression is 6x plus 2. And what I am doing is adding these polynomial expressions. So I'm going to put a parentheses on the bottom expression. Always put parentheses around the bottom expression. And then since I'm adding, I'm going to put a plus sign here. I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm just going to add. Now this addition sign applies to everything that's inside the parentheses. So let's add. Negative 6x plus 6x. They're going to cancel out. 7 plus positive 2. That's 9. So my final answer is 9. Seems simple enough. Let's try another example. Example 2. Subtract negative 8x squared plus 10 from negative 6x plus 8. Now look, since I'm subtracting this expression from this expression, when I stack, this has to be on the top, because this is being taken away from this expression. So this has to be on the top, and then this expression will be on the bottom. So let's write our top expression. We got negative 6x plus 8. Now remember, your bottom expression is always going to be in parentheses. So I'm going to write my parentheses first. Now, watch how I stack, because it's important. Negative 8x squared, I'm not going to put it under the negative 6x, because these negative 8x squared and negative 6x are not like terms. So I'm going to put it over here, negative 8x squared. The plus 10, I'm not going to put it under the negative 6x either, because it's not a like term, right? This has a variable, this doesn't have a variable. So I can put it under the 8 because those are like terms. I can certainly do that. Now, what am I supposed to do with these polynomial expressions? You're supposed to subtract them. So I'm going to put a subtraction sign here. This subtraction sign applies to everything inside the parentheses. So let's begin our subtraction. There's nothing up here to subtract negative 8x squared. So I can put a 0 here. So it's like saying 0 subtract negative 8x squared. 0 subtract negative 8x squared. Whenever you subtract a negative, it's an addition problem. So it's like saying 0 plus 8x squared. So you're going to get 8x squared. Negative 6x, subtract, and then there's nothing here. So I can just put a 0 if you want as a placeholder. So it's negative 6x minus 0. Negative 6x minus nothing. You're just going to get negative 6x. Then 8 minus 10. 8 minus 10 is negative 2. So I get 8x squared minus 6x minus 2. Now look, I want to emphasize, it's important that as you're subtracting each of the terms, you bring that subtraction sign with each term. So for example, right, what I don't want you to do is this. I don't want you to ignore that subtraction sign. So for example, I'm going to bring that back, don't worry. This is not 8 plus 10, right? It's not 8 plus 10. It's 8 minus 10, and you get negative 2. Because sometimes people will forget to bring over that subtraction sign as they're doing each of the individual subtractions. So remember to bring it over. Okay, let's try another one. Subtract negative 5x squared plus 8x minus 2 from x to the second plus 3x minus 10. So this is going to go on the top, this is going to go on the bottom. So we get 8x squared plus 3x minus 10 on the top, and then this is going to go on the bottom. So in parentheses, bottom expression always goes in parentheses. So you're going to have minus 5x squared plus 8x minus 2. And what are you doing with these expressions? You are subtracting. So let's subtract. Don't forget to bring the subtraction sign for each individual subtraction. So we got x squared, or 1x squared, minus negative 5x squared. So again, whenever you're subtracting a negative, it's like you're doing addition. It's like doing 1 plus 5. So you're going to get 6x squared. Do not add the exponents. You're not multiplying here. The exponents and the variable stays the same. Next, 3x minus positive 8x. So 3x minus 8x, that's going to be negative 5x. Next, negative 10 minus negative 2. Negative 10 minus negative 2. Remember what I said. When you subtract the negative, it's like you're adding. It's like you're saying negative 10 plus 2. So negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8. So I write subtract 8. That's my final answer. All right. So that's pretty much it. That's how you subtract polynomials. And I showed you how to add polynomials in the first example. Always make sure that you stack the like terms with the other like terms. Always make sure that in the subtraction you subtract, meaning that you bring the subtraction sign for each individual subtraction. That's super important. All right? Take care. Hope this video helps.